This patient was referred to me 3 years ago. So in 2020 for endodontic retreatment of tooth number 19. This root canal was done in Russia, according to the patient. Patient is Russian. Root canal was done in Russia a few years prior to that. Okay, so take a look here. Crown, broken file. This is Russian red obturation. So if you don't know what I mean, go ahead and Google Russian red and you'll see what I'm talking about. You can see periapical relucency here and some root resorption. Periapical relucency there too. So we talked about options with the patient, and the patient decided that she wanted to try to see if we can save the tooth for her by redoing the root canal. And as you can see, this was the date when I saw her in 2020, so 3 years ago. This was the tooth here. All right. Crown broken here. This crown was also broken right there. As you can see, we always document everything. So that was the tooth right there. So went ahead and removed that crown and removed the broken instrument and redid the root canal for her. Is this sealer or gutta percha that's extruded out the canal? Does that matter? Does that matter? Does that matter? Does that matter? Not according to multiple studies, the most famous one being Dr. Lin's study. The extent of obturation has no effect, doesn't have a negative effect on the success rate of the endodontic treatment or retreatment in this case. And here's the date. As you can see, 3 years ago when I redid this root canal for the patient. All right, so patient came back in today so I can look at tooth number 14 for her, the upper left first molar, and we took a PA of the tooth number 19 that we had redone the root canal on 3 years prior, and take a look. And by the way, I redid the root canal in one appointment. So one appointment, and there looks like to be some extrusion of gutta percha, sealer, or what have you. Let's see if that matters. One appointment, endodontic retreatment, and extrusion of gutta percha or sealer, or both, or what have you. Let's see if that matters. And here's the 3 years post-op. Everything is perfect. The periapical relucency is healed completely here and here. And here's the date. As you can see, it was today, just now. 3 years post-op of tooth number 19. One appointment endodontic retreatment is acceptable. Extrusion of sealer or gutta percha, absent presence of bacteria, is acceptable. It's not a big deal. We don't strive for it. We don't do it intentionally. But if it happens, as long as the fundamentals of endodontics were adhered to, as long as there's no bacteria within the canal, in some rare instances they could be outside of the canal, it's fine. It's fine. 3 years post-op of tooth number 19. And again, here's the date, as you can see. Excellent.